Hello, you're with me, Ling Hương, and you're watching BTV News. Here come our top stories. Companies from Kanagawa Prefecture, Japan are eyeing to invest more in Vietnam. We'll get a glimpse into the new film that depicts Vietnamese struggles in Moscow. Today, October 17, is the International Day for Poverty Eradication and also the Month for the Poor in Vietnam. For the past 15 years, the campaign Day for the Poor has helped kindle the compassion among Vietnamese people. Many poor households have received support to build houses and to do business. The goal for this year is to build 4,000 new apartments for poor households across the country. Vietnam's stable economic growth will be maintained throughout the last 3 months of this year with positive signs for the economy. This forecast has been made by Eric Sidgwick, country director of the Asian Development Bank. The bank maintains its forecast that Vietnam's economic growth this year stands at 6.5%, but next year this figure could increase to 6.6%. Such growth is attributable to continuous macroeconomic stability, a low inflation rate, and sound fiscal and monetary policies. Influx of FDI in manufacturing and export activities has enabled the two sectors to grow markedly. Domestic consumers' demand has increased and people are ready to spend more money, further driving economic growth. A business forum and an opening ceremony of the Kanagawa Industrial Park took place on Friday in Hanoi. This is part of a Japanese business delegation's visit from Kanagawa Prefecture to Vietnam. More to follow.
6 Japanese firms from Kanagawa, Japan, attended the business forum. Focused on machine manufacturing and electronic components, they both showed high interest to invest in Vietnam.
We want to establish a representative office in Vietnam, maybe in Hanoi or Ho Chi Minh City. After conducting market research, we will build a factory here in the country next year. Hopefully, we will be able to produce goods for the Vietnamese market and also to export to others, like the US or the EU.
The business forum was followed by a ceremony to inaugurate the Kanagawa Industrial Park in the northern province of Hưng Yên. The industrial park covers an area of 20 hectares and serves the investment demand of firms from Kanagawa province.
The industrial park in Hưng Yên province covers a big area with quality infrastructure system and facilities. In the future, we hope to expand our activities in Vietnam, as well as promote more technology transfer for Vietnamese firms. A great amount of the $2 billion Japanese investment focuses here in the industrial park. We are still inviting investors from Kanagawa in particular and from Japan in general to come and invest.
Kanagawa, located at the southern gateway of Tokyo, is the second most populous province in Japan. Its capital, Yokohama, is one of the largest port cities in Japan. The province's gross domestic product, or GDP, sits in the top 4 of Japanese provinces. According to Mr. Kuroiwa, the province of Prefecture, Kanagawa, will boost cooperation with Vietnamese firms in all fields.
In other news, Solar Park Korea company has announced its plan to build a $650 million solar power plant in the central province of Hà Tĩnh. According to the experts, 2 sites in Thạch Hà district are suitable for the 300 megawatt plant, which is expected to take over an area of between 300 and 500 hectares. The company will hand over the plant, the first solar power project in Hà Tĩnh, to local authorities after 20 or 25 years. Vietnam is on track to have an installed power capacity of 75,000 megawatt by 2020, with a 46.8% using coal, 24% using gas, and 19.6% using hydropower.
Exotic Vietnam is an intriguing blend of many charms. This land is where all manner of stunning landscapes await like a visual feast, rivaled only by the beauty of its people and their abundantly rich tradition and culture. Here is where you can relive the past in richest color or live it up in the bright lights of the big city. With so much more to offer, Vietnam is simply unforgettable.
Welcome back to VTV News. No gender discrimination, no prenatal gender selection is the main message of a get-together in Hanoi this morning. This is part of the campaign to reduce gender imbalance at birth implemented by the Gender Department of Population and Family Planning and the United Nations Population Fund in Vietnam. According to the Ministry of Health, sex ratios at birth in 55 out of 66 cities and provinces have exceeded 108 males per 100 females. The main reason is the prevalent prenatal gender selection. The surplus of males of marriageable age may lead to the disintegration of family structures, as a significant proportion of men will have to marry late, or many cannot get married at all. Other social consequences include human trafficking and domestic violence. The Department of Culture, Sports and Tourism in the southern province of Binh Phuoc held a ceremony to inaugurate a preservation center for the Tiếng ethnic group in Bom Bo village. During the American War, Tiếng residents would gather here to use pound rice to raise troops. The center has a special meaning in preserving the cultural and historic values of Tiếng ethnic people and Bom Bo villagers. The site covers an area of 113 hectares with investment capital of $13 million. It includes a festival yard, reception hall, 2 longhouses of Tiếng ethnic groups, and Xuân Hồng Primary School. The province plans to promote tourism in Bom Bo village. The 4 last songs and Don Quixote by composer Richard Strauss were played by Vietnamese and international artists at a 2-night concert for the first time, featuring a variety of joint performances by artists from various countries, including Germany, Japan, and Taiwan. Let's take a listen.
Don Quixote is a tone poem by Richard Strauss in 1897 for cello, viola, and large orchestra. The work is based on the novel Don Quixote by Miguel de Cervantes. The event was a great opportunity for local and international artists to meet, exchange, and share a cultural experience.
This is a wonderful song with a combination of multiple instruments, and I assume the trumpet section. This is the first time artists who come from different countries have collaborated with each other in such a high quality.
In the frame of work, the international musicians that I met and played with are very well trained and wonderful. I very much enjoy playing with them.
They did not train together for long, but the artists brought the audience the subtle tones of the 2 famous songs by the German composer. During the performance, 10 tracks with variations in the spelling of Don Quixote expressed strongly and repeatedly his fight with the windmills. For instance, the shallow voice expressed the full torment when Don Quixote had to admit his failure.
The performance between international artists and Vietnamese artists was wonderful. I feel very touched.
I think it was really great. I came here because I have friends in the orchestra, and the sound here was really great. And also the concert hall. I like the sound because you really can hear all the instruments.
The 2-night concert is the last performance, closing the Strauss cycle, which has been performed by the Vietnam National Opera and Ballet Theatre since 2013. The cycle consists of 6 programs and 12 concerts performing the famous work of the composer Richard Strauss.
A ceremony to release a new film called Mưu nơi đất khách, or Earning a Living in a Foreign Land, took place on Thursday in the Trade Center in Moscow, Russia. The film, covering the lives of the Vietnamese community in Moscow, was a joint project between the ATC Talent Center and the Vietnamese Moscow Trade Center Women's Chapter.
Mưu nơi đất khách does not only depict the hardships of earning a living for the Vietnamese community, but also reflects their dreams and hopes for the next generation.
In showing the hardships of many Vietnamese parents, We like to depict their hopes for their offspring to learn, develop, and have a better future. They can do everything to give their children access to schooling, even studying abroad and career development.
The film is about a trader family in the Vietnamese market in Moscow and the ups and downs in both their business and family life. The film also focuses on Vietnamese youth image and their dreams while living in a foreign country.
I
can identify with many thoughts and feelings in the film. Above all, the film reflects Vietnamese people's high determination to work and stay in a foreign country, to adapt to the native culture and to pursue a better future. Through the film, I hope that young people living in a foreign country will better understand their parents' sacrifice and their purpose in life.
Most of the film cast comes from the ATC Center in Moscow. Although it is not a professional product, the film project has been well received in the Vietnamese community in Russia.
Now time for a check on the weather updates. And that's all we have for this edition of VTV News. Thank you very much for being with us. For more updates, please log on to vtv4.vn or youtube.com/vtv4go. And for now, goodbye from Hanoi.